Bit of a wet one today. It's rained since we've got here, but I'm all set up. Back on, so I'm on Reed at Hallcroft, back on Winter League. And as you can see, it's a bit dim, but I think it'll fish better than what it did last week. I think last week there'd been in a match on a day before and it fished really well. Day before, and then on the actual day it didn't fish so well. But today, been nobody on yesterday, and yeah, we're on it today. But like I say, it's going to rain all day. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to get my bait ready, and I'll see you soon. A quick look at the peg. Peg 10 on Reed. It's a nice wet one for us today. That's all my lines fed. Just about to start. So, because it's mainly skimmers that we're fishing for on here, hopefully. Probably a few roach and that as well. I'm going to stick it on spaz bar, just so I know everything's down at the same hole. And I can hold tightly onto that line and let it present nicely over the top. Quite like fishing one of these when I'm fishing for skimmers. There we go. Got a bite. Feels like a nice skimmer. You just sort of hold yourself in the water, and as you pull back there, come up. It's important. Try not to let them splash and just keep the pole up low. It's fish working up there at the top, but they're quite renowned for pulling out. You need a nice light elastic for them. But obviously there's a few carp in here as well, so got to make sure it's balanced in case we hook any of them. But it's actually a silverfish match that we're fishing, so carp count as a pound. It's one of them where whenever we can catch nice silvers, that's what we'll try to do. But if we do hook any carp, we'll try and get them in. It's like a reasonable skimmer. Not gonna moan with fish at that size. Look at that. Lovely fish that is. Bring him in. He's put another little bit of bait in. Got to be a couple of pound that one, so only that sort of size. I don't think there's as many big ones in this lake compared to other lakes, but we'll just see what we catch. Whenever we're getting bites, putting a few fish in net. That's all we need to do. There we go, so just gonna pop that little bit of bait in short, just to keep these lines primed for when I go on them. You might have noticed, I don't know if you've seen or not, but I'm flicking odd few casters on that short line, so I've got some pellets short to my left, just in case there's any skimmers there that want to eat pellets, or if I hook any carp. And then to my right I put a bit of ground bait in, and I just loose feed some casters over it, leave a catch some skimmers later on, odd carp, some roach, a bit of all sorts on that line. Whereas out here I'm hopefully mainly going to catch skimmers. I'm just going to loose feed maggots. I've got a line Luckily it's quite, well, it's all same depth out there, so I've got a line over to my left as well where I'm going to drip feed some maggots in. Can be good for, there's some nice stamp roach in here and some skimmers. So that's quite good for that, but I'm going to try loose feed to my left, pot little balls on this line to my right, and just see which works best. One will probably be better than other, but one might pick up a better stamp fish, so it's just about working out how I'm going to catch better stamp fish and more of them, to be honest. It's just nice getting a few bites. Obviously the weather's a bit rubbish, but that can't be helped. I'm just going to ship out now, just put a little bit of bait in my pot. So I'm going to take that round to my right hand line, drop a little nugget in there, and then I'll see if there's out on this left hand line. Just rotate them, sometimes just leaving a line for 5-10 minutes and get the odd bigger fish when you go back in on it. See if there's out here, you never know, I might get a nice run of fish on this line as well, so it's always good if you've got options and places to go. Just keep flicking that bit of bait in, so my caster's short to right, odd maggot to the left. Just keep laying that rigging and see what happens. There we go, that's a bite. Another little skimmer, I think. Gotta take your time, just like I said, I like to come up to the top, but sometimes when they come up to the top they'll splash, and that's when they're likely to drop off. Once we've got them on, we don't really want them dropping off. There we go, just pull that. Yep, nice little skimmer. What it's all about, lovely fish that, lovely sort of fishing. I say I haven't fished this lake that much, fished it last week, but it was totally different. Got more carp than anything else down that bottom end. But I've fished a few times on moat and bridge, and there's some big skimmers in there to go at. So I've had one little carp so far as well, so that counts as a pound, and to be honest, this one won't much over a pound, so that's the ones that you like. You like them when they're nice and small. It's probably, say not much over a pound, it's probably a couple of pounds, 2.5 pounds, but coming nice and easy. And when they count as a pound, that's what you want. You don't want these big wobbly things that just take ages to get in because they still count as a pound, but same for everybody. It's one of them, it's always been the same on these matches. It's better than them not counting, because sometimes you can actually fish for them. Like last week I think I had 12 carp, which was £12 plus some skimmers and stuff, so they don't half boost your weight up in these silverfish matches, but yeah, just keep plodding away. I've had one so far. I reckon I might get one on the short line a bit later, one or two, but you never know. We'll see how we get on. For now I'm just going to keep flicking maggots in on these lines, rotating, putting odd fish in net, and just, yeah, enjoying it. Hopefully this rain will stop at some point. I don't know if it's due to. I know it was meant to rain most of the day, but it's slowed down a bit, which is a start. Just had a little indication then. Keep it still and see if... Oh, there we go. Fish on. Sometimes them slight indications, it could be on, but it's best just to leave it. Make sure that when you do strike, obviously there's a fish on like this. Nice, another skimmer. Not bad size from this side, to be fair. It's feels another, not massive, but the decent weight builders. They're all welcome. So as you can probably see, the rain has finally stopped, which is more than welcome. Got a bit damp, but it's quite nice now. Seems to be getting a bit darker. But yeah, I'm getting a few bites on this short line where I've flicked casters most of the day. I've had one carp, which were a big one. I say big, about 7-8 pounds, so took me on a bit of a run around, but I got him in, no issues. And then I've just caught a few small fish as well. Dumpy ones, probably like 4 or 5 ounce. So you don't mind them when they're that size, to be honest. Hopefully can keep a few bites coming and line a few skimmers up on this line, but oh, there we go. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but fish that we're getting are a nice size. Some decent roach and perch. A little hybrid. Yeah, nice stamp fish. Won't take many of them. I'm just flicking my rig in, feeding casters. Yeah, just getting a few bites. I have tried pellets to my left, but didn't even add for a bite or anything on that, so I didn't really want to be waiting around when I can get bites on both long lines and this short line. But the sea fin any, sometimes you can get a good run short, odd carp moving or decent silvers. Just about putting a few fish together. There you go, another decent one. Nice fish then. So it slowed down a bit on that short line. I could still pick the odd fish off. I just thought I'd have another look out on the long lines where I was catching some better skimmers earlier on and just see whether I can pick a few of them off before I end up match now. So there's not that long left. I had a nice day's fishing, to be honest. Caught quite a few, just rotating lines, a few skimmers, some dumpy roach and perch. I think for the remainder I'm just going to sit on these long lines. I'll still feed odd casters short just in case I trash a rig or like that. It gives me somewhere to look, or if I go out here and get no bites, at least then I've got somewhere to go. So yeah, I think try catch another 1-foot cameras, see how we get on, and then after that one I'll join you up for the roundup at home. I think get home and get a nice hot bath, some bubbles in, and relax after a day in the cold weather. There we go, feels like another nice skimmer. Worth waiting that little bit longer for if now I'm going to get a skimmer. Just take my time, get them in, they all count. There we go, it's coming in nicely, is this one. There we go. Nice chunky one. I'll end it there and I'll see you when I get home. Hopefully catch a few more before then. Right guys, so I'm back home now, had my bubble bath, got sorted, settled down, and yeah, so I've had a lovely day's fishing. Ended up with £23 odd, which has managed me a cheeky default, so a nice little pickup. I've had Alan Scott on in my section, he's took it out, to be honest with you, took section out, second in match overall, and he's had, I think, £37, so he had 19 carp for £19, and then he's had £18 of silvers to go with it as well. So it's one of them, awesome angler, and he deserves it, to be fair. He's got all them carp to go with silvers, and yeah, I'm happy with my little cheeky pickup, so what more can I ask for? I'll see you on the next one, hope you've enjoyed it, and until then, bye bye.